Hey, allow me to give you this real update real quick. Someone asked me a question in the family. I've been trying to, so I thought my phone, I don't know what something. I'm just going to give you an analogy how people sacrifice. Well, my sister talked to somebody in my family, apparently made a few allegations. Let me explain something to you. I got a brother that had a nervous breakdown. He witnessed his mom allowing his brother to go out to swim in the river. One. You say it's not true about Phyllis and Serena's son. Serena caught him red-handed, her titty in his mouth, and her other titty in Kobe's mouth. She caught him red-handed. My last wife told her, "I don't want my child around the Priors." Period. And Phyllis, I told Serena after that day, "I don't want my children around Phyllis." If that's alleged, I don't know. Call your niece and them and ask them if her mom is still here, and ask them about that story. Since Trina uses you to go out and ask a lot of questions, ask Trina and ask your mama who's the real scam artist. A sister that lies and says I'm her son and borrows my birth mom because I couldn't talk or nothing, remember? So your mom was the one that barred Phyllis from the hospital and was telling everybody she was the parent, and they almost called security because Phyllis wasn't almost allowed back in that hospital room. That's the last time I saw my brother alive. When you know too much in this prior family, you get killed or sacrificed. Facts. So if I'm a scam artist, I'm a con artist. Figure it out. I don't think that's it. So I hope my little cousin that called asked that question. I hope you can deal with that. And then to the fanbro part, if I'm a con artist, you know, then why didn't Phyllis prosecute her husband's son, nephew for raping my sister? Why didn't Phyllis? Why did Phyllis instruct her daughter to deprive her granddaughter her medication? That child would be probably doing a lot better if Phyllis didn't have brainwashed cultish mentality about medication in her system. So I'm just trying to let you know. This should further let you know people that scam, those are the call people scammers, those are the ones that scam. So if I scammed, then Trina, your mama was the one that posed like my mama and said that she was my mother while y'all was living off of me when I was on my back making all that money. So if I'm the scam artist, your mom dead and gone now. How do you defend yourself? Okay. Uh Chris, Tina, if I'm a scam artist and I'm a dope fiend, it was your daddy and his sister that helped steal my grandma's property. The preacher, the one who was robbing banks, the one that went to prison, was beating his wife. It was your brother that just died that was a deacon that turned your uncle out on heroin. But I'm the con man. It's accountable time for y'all. Then you send a young man out to my house and put dope on my table. I snort cocaine. Never did. Never liked it. So that further lets me know the information you're getting is false information and you done put yourself in a legal situation. And I told y'all get caught up in antics and y'all think because I be drunk and cussing you out, I'm not my right mind. You've had 50 plus years, the prior family, to kill me. I ain't dead yet. Now that this evidence has come out, Gregory knew too much. And if I'm a liar, I was at the house when the blood was on the wall. Did you forget that? You was a minor. When your mom tried to kill her husband, I saw the blood and the cane. Your mama was the crackhead and your daddy, and y'all put that on me, and then y'all had me under investigation. Your mama failed 3 polygraph tests, right? And y'all been trying to kill me. You got rid of Gregory. You couldn't get me, so you used Trina and the rest of them to try to eliminate me. It ain't gonna work. You killed Uncle Donnie. Y'all killed Uncle Richard. Y'all covered up Uncle Sherman's death. I'm the truth teller and I'm the family historian. You can't debunk nothing I'm talking about. So run and tell that. If I'm lying, ask your mama, Keita Dale, did she have her titty in Serena's son's mouth with her other son? She passes out. Serena wondering where her child is. And Serena, my first wife, walked in and caught her red-handed. My last wife, I told her I don't want my children around the prior family. Incest, rape, all kind of shit. I don't want my kids around that. But y'all call me a pedophile. But I got a whole white man. My father-in-law was raping my daughter. Then you have my daughter call me in the hospital and tell me that that's not an emergency. Then you have her call me last year day before her birthday, talking about she want to go shopping. I ain't heard from that girl in a month of Sundays. And that girl's fucked up in the head. And you work for the government, Miss Leah Denise Jane Babbitt. So if I'm doing all this lying, I've given you time. I've showed documents. I just happen to take some of the documents down. Everything I talk about, y'all can't debunk it. You can't debunk nothing I'm saying. My in-laws, you can't debunk nothing I'm saying. You didn't investigate. You chose to run with a lie. You see what I'm saying? So this is what happens when you fuck over people and then you church folk. Remember, I was the youth president. I didn't get caught with my pants down and still holding a position. I wasn't running for public office as a commissioner in Mansfield. My elect lady wasn't out sucking dicks, and then you go out and try to help her, and she go out and talk about, I'm going to call Bishop Herron, and that dumb son of a bitch up there in Warren Island looking stupid as fuck, because everything I done told y'all Kojic folks done came true, especially that dumbass Drew Shear. So y'all stupid as fuck. All y'all talking about y'all holy, y'all get mad because I'm opening my mouth, and y'all supposed to be crying aloud, sparing not. And y'all sitting back covering up rapists, pedophiles, youth presidents in Ohio North #1, getting caught on police body cam lying. But y'all blackmailed me, remember? But I got my name back on my daddy's birthday. That's weird. October 28th, I got my name back. And I've been dragging y'all's ass ever since. And y'all mad, y'all nervous. And I'm doing this for free. So I can't be a scam artist. This page has been here since 2015, this channel. I don't remember asking no one ever for a dime. I don't remember ever going around with a church full of folks begging folk for money. Any youth community project I did, I used my own money out my own pocket, paid the vendors to supply the product. I didn't get a dime from my wife, my mammy, my daddy, my greasy granny with holes in her panties. Nobody. I did that. But y'all call me a scam artist. Who scams for free? What is the gain in me scamming and I'm gaining nothing from it but blackmail and lies and false police reports and coding out and kids so damaged by their goddamn mama that they confused? How does that turn into a scam? How does a man that scams raise his grandchildren, his first wife take him, and then the motherfucking baby dad that was dealing with my daughter get her strung out on heroin, and then now he in prison, and he calling me asking me for goddamn money. But I'm the scam artist. Y'all can call me asking me for some money. Y'all can call me, hey, fan bro, pick up the phone, make a call for me. Y'all know I got the juice to make some things happen, but you don't want to assist me when people are out telling lies on me. I think that's funny. But guess what? The pen, the brain, and the sword. And guess what? God done spin the block. And it's now after 3 o'clock. And you got 77 days. 2 of y'all died already. I got 1 on their deathbed. That's 3. I told you 7 of y'all be dead in 95 days. 2 of you priors have an infectious disease. You ain't went to the emergency room yet because I ain't got the phone call. But when you do, I'm pretty sure somebody be calling me for prayer, but I'm not praying for you because Proverbs is my portion. I'm going to laugh at your calamity, and I'm going to mock like I've been doing when your fear coming. These shorts, I'm laughing at y'all's ass. And I'm also entertaining my subscribers because they request it. When they hit that, the upright stone at Gmail, they like a song, I do the song, I do a shout out. I'm very transparent. See, blackmail only is effective when you got something to hide. You see what I'm saying? I've aired all my dirty laundry out and it wasn't really dirty. But I worked strategically. See, I stripped myself before the world and show the world I can be the bigger man and admit to all my mistakes. And a lot of that shit was 30 years ago. And I lived down all them lies. And still they want to give me a break. So for goodness sake, Keita Dale, you better get ready and be getting yourself together. I've been telling you since you was in high school. Start getting yourself together. I don't want my sister pregnant. I don't want you being like your mama or like your aunts. I want you to be different. You choose to be scared of that bitch. Yance, I appreciate when I was going through my surgery, you was coming taking care of me. Appreciate that. But I'm the same motherfucker was coming clean your goddamn house out. You let your mom trick you. Now all y'all live in a goddamn apartment, 2-bedroom apartment, except London. And you living right next to the goddamn bank where all that money stashed at. So if you fail 3 polygraphs, your son is dead, you sacrifice. You got one there that had nervous breakdown because he knows what the fuck happened. Keita and Gregory were there the night Greg Lamont Fambro was attacked. Keita for sure ain't gonna say nothing. Gregory was just like me. Gregory just was a little subtle. He spoke what the fuck he was gonna say, but Gregory wasn't no violent person, wasn't gonna say no shit, but Gregory, them boys walked like I walked. And I taught them boys integrity, and I taught them boys character. And to stand up against injustice. Gregory did that, and Gregory saw what the fuck happened. But by the time I left and came back, the blood cleaned up and the cane was gone. But then even after that, you failed 3 polygraph tests. Mm-hmm. All because he was sleeping with a girl and you already knew he was a pedophile before you married him. Because his brother was a pedophile. His stepdaddy was a pedophile. So Dickie Fambrose Sr., he was fucking Margaret and Nicole and the little baby was little then. Then Dickie started grooming her. Phyllis didn't let you go over to Dickie's house, but she didn't have a problem with your daddy raping you because your mama's the one that confessed to me about it. Remember? And you told somebody that he did that to you. But you want to take up for her? You keep taking up for her. You, London, Kobe, and Yance, when she die, I don't know what you're going to be depending on because you can't ever call me. Y'all all went through my wife as a middle person. You can never call me. I don't do backtrack. I deal with history. I don't like history. Hear what I'm saying? It's got mighty quiet within the prior clan lately, but I wanted to address one of the other family members that called me and asked me to address this because some people had continued to call her as of recent. And I get a call at 2 a.m. this morning, and we had a long, nice dialogue, and I shared with her. Y'all all been victimized, even on the Fambro side. How are you a mother and you let your daughter get raped by your husband's son, Scotty, nephew Scotty, Jackie's boy? And you knew that they was pedophiles because before you even married Greg, we used to go over to Jackie and Rabbit's house and Manya would sit there playing with her privates right there with Rabbit rubbing on her ass in front of us. Phyllis, long before Keita. So Keita, with the shit you be talking about, you don't know what the fuck you talk about. Them Fambros are sick in the head. Aileen, Buck, Marshall, ain't no fucking way in hell you should be mad at me. You still talk to a woman to try to kill your brother. If you were so goddamn concerned, both of y'all got honorable discharge, get your goddamn brother, move him in with you. Because if Phyllis died, the VA gonna take his ass. And y'all ain't gonna never see him because ain't nobody gonna get up and go see his ass. You a military woman. You so goddamn honorable, go up and see about your brother. And you'll see him out there walking around the parking lot picking up cigarette butts while Phyllis got all his goddamn money, spending it. Playing like she goddamn broke. But you got Trina down here. Yeah. See, when we know too much, they try to silence us. But if I'm not mistaken, Deacon Leon Pryor is the same one that turned my Uncle Donnie out on heroin. I didn't see Phyllis at that goddamn hospital, the old Denison Hospital, when Uncle Donnie was shaking, and I'm praying, thinking he was going to be alive. I think that was me with your daddy. I'm the same guy you disrespected last year on the phone listening to Trina. Right. The deacon turned his own uncle out. The pastor keeps my Uncle Richard Lee Pryor in the basement with a goddamn German Shepherd. When people come over, he upstairs being the errand boy. And y'all covering all that shit up. Christine, y'all be ashamed of your goddamn self. Both of your sons about that life. If you really want to defend yourself, you better go ahead and pray to God. But I already told y'all, you come out here with some bullshit, I'm going to take you the fuck up out of here. I'm very equipped to do that, so I ain't worried about it. But you ought to be ashamed of yourself. I talked to you on the goddamn phone in the background when before your son came to my goddamn house. You supposed to call me back and never did, which further lets me know you know too goddamn much. And you know what the fuck your dad did. Your dad, Edward Leon Pryor Sr., and Geraldine Anna Hopkins signed them documents and stole my grandma's shit. And Geraldine stole Irene's shit. These are all our blood relatives. You sacrifice your own goddamn people. And you wonder why your boy's in and out of goddamn prison. And you fucked up and can't even live in your daddy's goddamn house. Because of what your brother did. You want to cover for your brother and goddamn Laverne. Trina, you want to cover for Geraldine and you want to cover up for Sherry and goddamn Daryl and Shelby. Leah Denise Jane Babbitt, you want to cover up for your dead ass daddy was raping my goddamn daughter and your hillbilly ass mama. And Tasia, remember my kids used to call her Aunt Boobs? And she told me before I married her ass she was a racist, didn't even like black people. I love people for what I see. Plus, she was a Notre Dame fan. But all y'all pieces of shit. And y'all gonna suffer. Because the federal court gonna take care of y'all's ass. Now, these little kids that don't know, they don't know no better. But the motherfuckers that try to set me up and try to kill me with them fake ass dope, whatever the fuck that was, I'm gonna deal with y'all in a whole different way. And let's do prayer and supplication. It might be one of y'all motherfuckers that already inhaled some shit. I'm not done with you though. You got 77 motherfucking days. Understand that. I don't care if I get another share, like, or subscribe. I know what the fuck I'm saying is factual and it's truthful. And not one of you arrogant, stupid son of a bitches have got an attorney, a lawyer, a judge, or nothing. Because you know what your mom and daddies did. Phyllis, you know what you did. Clark County, you know you covered this shit up. The illegal adoption. During the same time I was getting adopted, your brother, Greg, Richard Eugene Fambrose Jr., was about to get shipped off to prison for pedophilia. Has a history of that. But you sacrifice your own. You should have left me alone. Trina, you better hope you die before I get you dealt with in a real way. See, I don't have to commit crimes and dig ditches. I don't own shovels. You know what I mean? Y'all using and renting their own equipment y'all don't even goddamn own. And now you got caught with your pants down. About 7 days, that paperwork could be to me. And once that paperwork gets to me, Trina, it's going to be bad for you. I apologize that it had to go this way. But y'all went around the back door shit. That shit is all dried up. The back door and the lying, the conniving, all that shit is washed up and dried up. You had ample opportunity to take me up out of here. The motherfucker that was in my house is big as fuck. I ain't nothing but 110, 115 pounds. So y'all could have killed me when you had a goddamn chance, but you let me goddamn live. And even if you do kill me, like I sent the agent the goddamn message, if you do kill me, I got a digital blueprint of every fucking thing I'm talking about. And I do got some people that'll speak up, but they'll wait till I die first. Because they don't want to go against the norm. Fuck the norm. I'm a disruptor. And you're going to hurt a good motherfucker for so long. I'm bankrupt on love and caring for stupid ass people that all they think about is poverty and backdooring their own flesh and blood. Not a goddamn stranger. But someone you share the crib with. Someone you share the bottle with. Then the motherfuckers that's talking and shit don't even know me. Didn't even grow up with me. You go and buy some shit that this bitch that can't even fucking communicate, Trina Lane Hopkins. You go and buy some shit she talking about. And she just was complicit because she was a grown ass woman when my grandma was getting robbed and they was cutting my grandma's goddamn head open over at St. Anthony's. So y'all didn't know?
Devices connected successfully.
Y'all didn't know that my uncle and them was stealing my grandma's shit? Them two powder blue goddamn New Yorkers in that driveway? Y'all didn't think that was kind of weird? They didn't have them cars before. They had older versions. And then right after my grandma died, my mom get a letter in the mail. They try to force her to sign some goddamn papers. Yeah, we gonna find out who signed them papers because that paper on the way. Know that. So Clifton Forge and my grandma's blood still crying out. And I'm a goddamn truth teller. You hear what I'm saying? I'm a truth teller. I'm a prior, not a liar. Hear that. Know that. Ingest that. Taste that. Taste and see. The truth is good. Fire don't feel good. But it clean out a whole bunch of dirty shit. That's why we got a lot of fake jewelry. People wearing a lot of fake jewelry. They're taking the shit out the fire too goddamn quick. You got to leave that shit in there. It's got to go through refiner's fire. It's got to be sifted. It's got to go through a process. But y'all want microwave shit. Y'all want shit right now. All this pain I went through, it's worth it. I didn't like it, but it's worth it. You hear what I'm saying? You can't be afraid. Y'all motherfuckers talking about you stand on business. Y'all ain't standing on business. Y'all hiding behind shit. I don't see none of you upright motherfuckers, none of you Christian motherfuckers stand up against all this goddamn corruption in the goddamn government. You hear me doing it for free. But I see a whole bunch of motherfuckers saying a whole bunch of truth, but you paying them for it. So I'm going through all this for free, and I'm a scammer. Got you. Tell you what, keep believing what you want to believe. Flair Flav said, don't believe the hype. So that family member that called me, I hope this enlightened you and gave you more facts. But I've challenged each and every one of you liars to come on my page, but y'all too afraid. Y'all want to do that. You don't want to get exposed. But these papers from Virginia, where your mammy and your daddy and my mammy and your daddy's is from, is coming to me. I got the death certificate. I got the article from 1950 when my uncle died that clearly says my Uncle Richard didn't do it. A white boy did it at 19 years old. My uncle was 14. They shipped my uncle away. I never knew my uncle to be in the military. Why was he going to the VA taking VA medicine? Why was he living with my uncle? He was married. He had a family. Why was he taken from his wife? I heard he had a child. I don't know that. We're going to find all that out. Anybody that come out my grandma's vagina, out of her womb, and my grandpa's growing, I'm going to know everything about him. From Edward all the way down to Phyllis. And Phyllis only got limited information because Phyllis was she the goddamn baby, and everybody was gone from home when she was there. So Keita, you don't know nothing about the Pryor family. Keep your goddamn mouth shut. I'm the oldest on both sides of the family. I don't know much about them Charleses, but I know everything about them goddamn Fambros and them goddamn Pryors. Because I am a goddamn Pryor. And you can't tell me shit. And y'all older than me. So I know if I know goddamn it, y'all knew about it. Y'all just don't want to talk about it. And I'm talking about it. And y'all crooks. And you can't hide the fact that you a goddamn crook. Y'all run with crooks. Y'all turn against your own goddamn family. Several of y'all done been engaged in some incest, messing with some family members and shit like that. And if you really want to clap back, well, Trina, why don't you ask Phyllis which one of the uncles raped my grandma? Since y'all don't want to believe that. Christine, I know, goddamn it, you know. You goddamn same age as my mama, so I know you know. Which one of them uncles raped my goddamn grandma? That y'all was trying to accuse Uncle Richard of doing. It wasn't him. Tell me which one it was. Uncle Ed was gone. Only leave 3 more. Buddy, Donnie, and what's it called? And correction, Gretchen was not Uncle Ed's wife. It was my Uncle Buddy's first wife. So I made a misstatement when I said Jeannie's kids was not kin to me, which they not. Pooh's child. Pooh is on Buddy's only child that's kin to me. And then you got Angelina, and I forget that other one. One of them died. But Pooh, Alnita, is Buddy's child. That's my blood cousin. And Uncle Buddy's kids were Gretchen. Leon's kids, those are my blood cousins. Kiki and Lily. That's what I call them. They're younger than me. I didn't know Chris's kids. I knew when they was going on Uncle Ed's church. The oldest one was always in prison. Or he was in prison during that time. So I don't know him. All I know is he looked just like goddamn Leon. Now that other one that came to my house, I remember him when he was a tiny little boy. And that girl. But I only met her because she was going to get in a fight with my daughters. They live out there by Dirty Dungaree, and I put a stop to that. And Christina Newton was my goddamn kids. So I don't even know why the fuck she didn't even jump in that, which lets me know y'all all fucked up in the head. Y'all out to lunch. Y'all are. And I don't understand why y'all want to cover all this shit up. You're not doing nothing but passing down generational curses to your goddamn bloodline. Wake the fuck up. Because when you see me, you see Buddy, you see Richard, and you see goddamn Ed, and you see goddamn Sherman, and you see goddamn William Benjamin. I'm a Pryor. When you look at me, you see your daddies. You see Buddy, you see Ed, you see Donnie, you see Sherman, you see William Benjamin Sr. I am a direct descendant of the Pryor. I don't give a fuck about nobody else's kinfolk when it comes to this scenario right here. But I know these wicked motherfuckers have lied and sit back and watch their parents do some wicked ass shit. But if I'm a con artist, why did my aunt say that she was my mom and my birth mom got barred out? Maybe that's why Phyllis never came to hospital. I don't know. All I know is last time I saw my brother alive was when it was all surrounding my goddamn bed. And Phyllis admitted to the goddamn doctor, my dad, and the goddamn aunt that her husband was messing with me when he was a kid. And her explanation was she thought I was gay and she hung the goddamn phone up. Those are facts. And that Rachel person, I think I know who you are now. I picked that name together. You from the West Side, you used to hang with Christina Marie Dobbins. Yeah. And you know for a fact what kind of shit that bitch was doing. So I hope if you did subscribe, I hope you really understand that bitch could have helped me a lot. And if I'm a con artist, everything Christina did for me, I was making her goddamn car payment when she lived out there by the Columbus Health Department. So you can't say I never tried to repay her for everything nice she did while I was going through my sickness. But then as soon as she got the opportunity, she got mad. So my Aunt Jerry cut the money off and said, don't pay nothing else for her. So I don't know how that's a goddamn lie. Each person that I never even needed to pay. I had a payee for years because they said I was crazy. That wasn't even the reason I had a payee. I had a payee because I had a stroke and I couldn't take care of my own affairs. They had to fight Social Security to get my money back. And then when I got it back, they wouldn't even give me a appeal to get all the money that those payees stole from me, including my aunt and my third wife. So all these people stole from me, kept me doped up on all this medicine, and robbed me. Geraldine gone now. You ain't got no protection. But I got paperwork, which I did. Okay? So I wanted to address that because thank you for calling me. But y'all better learn to listen. When I'm telling you something, especially if it's family oriented, these older motherfuckers do not know what the fuck they want to do. They want to lie, but they don't want nobody telling the truth. You keep victimizing people. This is the nice version. You could have got a whole nother goddamn side of me. Matter of fact, if my cousin from my stepdad's family, Rosalind, is on this live, reach out to some of these motherfuckers and give them my pedigree, please. Since everybody think I'm one of these, retarded, just gullible, ignorant, naive motherfuckers. Her daughters, I think her fucking screen name is Kendata on goddamn. Reach out to them and then get a hold of Rosalind. Ask Rosalind, about what her big cousin is about. And we're not even blood. But y'all try to turn everybody that wants some insight against me because y'all crooks. Produce your goddamn paperwork. Show your W-2s all the goddamn money you made and how you made it. And then come to me talking about what I did to scam you. How'd I profit off any of you if I'm a scam artist? And if I'm not what I say I am, prove me otherwise. Trina, Daryl, Shelby, Sherry, Michael, Christina. The rest of y'all dead. Phyllis, Keita, London. If I'm all this stuff, Phyllis ain't gonna get up and speak because she failed 3 polygraphs, tried to kill her husband, sacrifice her son, sacrifice me, and sacrifice her own goddamn daughter. Now, if you let your daughter get raped, your son get molested, and your other son get killed, that's 3 that you sacrificed. You was the one calling the police on Yance. Remember, I had custody of Yance. That's what made the police start investigating you, remember? Because those rich people in New Carlisle, the Scarf family, had custody of Yance. And Yance was staying with them. Cindy Scarf was calling me. Remember Peter? He died. The rich white man that was raising Yance. Yeah. So if I'm lying, but I didn't see none of Greg Fambro's kids do that. You killed Gregory. But them white people was raising Yance. And you got mad because them white people was calling me. That's what made the detectives investigate you about that goddamn attempted murder. And you failed 3 polygraphs. And if it wasn't for, if I would have wore a wire like they wanted me to, your dumb ass would be in prison right now and your kids would be in children's service. So Keita Dale, if I'm a goddamn liar, you covered for your mama trying to kill your daddy and you was there. I saw the fucking blood on the wall at 1960 Hartley. And I've been calling for 2 years trying to get a hold of now Lieutenant Garman, who's a retired detective with Clark County Sheriff Department. And I want to know why the fuck this woman can keep doing all this damn evil shit. And ain't no investigations came up yet on her. And you got this man walking around the parking lot. All the neighbors see it. People see it. Police coming out of your goddamn house, taking Yance out. You putting restraining orders on them. And then you make them think you love them. And you taking all their goddamn money. Then the motherfucker that takes advantage of your daughter and has a goddamn child, you hide the motherfucker, state employee, doing transportation, helping the medically disabled. And you sleeping with the man. You get pregnant. And your mama hide him in the goddamn house while the other baby mama putting warrants on him for child support. Then you want to call me. Yeah, you sent me money, but you sent it to my wife. See, the family don't talk to me. They go through my wife, her. My mama, they talk to her. Wife. My brothers, they talk to my wife. My kids, they talk to my wife. Conspire with her. They don't talk to me. I don't take no shit. Talk to Rosalind, she'll tell you. I've always been this way. Mike Caroline, Springfield, used to call me Little Phyllis. My mother's very outspoken until she get caught up in some shit. Then she get real goddamn quiet and start this goddamn manipulation. But it's the bloodline. I'm the one that's here to break the generational curse. Y'all still want to eat off that same piece of molded ass bread. I ain't on that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? See, I could have forgave you if this wouldn't have been a continuous thing. But the closer I get to the dates of getting my paperwork, and when folks start dropping dead and getting sick, now I'm starting to get all these phone calls. You want to pray and be concerned and apologize. I don't accept your goddamn apology. I asked for your apology and support when I was cold and out at the hospital. You know what I'm saying? When I was having marriage problems and I really needed people to help me on my marriage because I was really trying to do better than my previous marriages. But y'all played in my face. Now I want you in jail or dead. DEAD, not coded. I want you literally in jail or dead. You literally defamed me and made it like I was scamming. That's the only reason I ain't taking y'all to court. I wanted federal charges. Because I'm getting tired of people accusing me of shaking folk down and accusing them. And I got all this evidence and I'm protecting folks and keeping quiet. Well, 2026 and 25 and 24 and 23 is not quiet. Because y'all keep lying and keep talking. I'm not screaming at you, cussing you out. I'm calm as fuck now because I got a couple more days and I have the rest of the money I need to go ahead and get the rest of this goddamn paperwork sent to me in JPEG and US mail. It's coming. And I've already got the packet from the U.S. District Court. So once I get them other documents, I'm going straight down with my $402, representing myself, going down to the U.S. District Court, Southern Court, Eastern Division on Marconi, and I'm going to file these goddamn charges against the state of Ohio, starting with the goddamn state, and I'm going to work you family members and in-laws and get you for what the fuck you did. But I'm going to spare the ignorant. If you didn't know no better and you was tricked or hoodwinked, that's different. But if you knew better, and there's about 80 y'all that I could drag through that's got collars on, that I've given evidence to, and y'all held it because of what conglomerate you're connected to. Fuck you too. I don't want you. Never did. I want George Leon Carter, the state of Ohio, and my family members. That's who the fuck I want. If I really wanted the Church of God in Christ, I could have sued them and got all kind of money, probably put them out of business. Y'all gave me fake federal paperwork, which led people to believe I was a scam artist because the documents you gave me were null and void when you issued them to me. And all the shit is dated on specific dates. Church of God in Christ gives me paperwork on my birthday, 4/29. The state of Ohio, Aetna Better Health, denies one of my grievances on September 29th. And the state of Ohio denies my goddamn state appeal on October 20 goddamn 8th when it hit my mailbox. My birthday, my oldest daughter's birthday, and my dad's birthday. What a fucking coincidence. But I'm supposed to feel sorry for a deacon that had turned his uncle out on goddamn dope and died a dope fiend. And his wife died a dope fiend. And y'all knew he was a dope fiend. But y'all want to call him deacon. Y'all some stupid motherfuckers. I'm telling you that. Out of my mouth. While y'all lying, I'm the only one that's telling the truth that y'all calling a liar. And then when I expose more and more and more, y'all get quieter and quieter and quieter. Leave me the fuck alone. I mean, it's too late. I'm already on your ass. But Keita, you the last one to want to be talking to me. Because like I told your cousin, your blood cousin on your daddy's side, I've already contacted Clark County on y'all's ass. Child Protective Services, and I've been beating down the goddamn sheriff and prosecutor's office down there in Clark County, especially this stupid ass Mike DeWine in office, and he from that neck of the woods, and y'all know that bitch failed 3 polygraph. Keita, you helped clean the goddamn blood up, you dumb bitch. And you let this bitch try to you let the bitch sacrifice your brother? He dead now. You a grown-ass woman, and you ain't spoke up on shit that happened to your goddamn dad. You want to jump on the bandwagon with your mammy. and run your daddy down. And y'all wouldn't even be living where you living if it wasn't for his goddamn money. Because your mama ain't got no goddamn job, insurance, or benefits. That's all Greg Fambro's money. Your daddy's money. So if you don't give a fuck about your goddamn brother that died getting justice, I know you don't give a fuck about your daddy. And you ain't that goddamn scared of him. You living there with your goddamn minor child. So wake the fuck up. And look, thanks for calling me. And tell the motherfuckers up there in New Carlisle, I ought to have that goddamn National Bank's opinion for all that money Phyllis hiding up in there. But I ain't got nothing to do with that. God already told me. She the last one living. And I told you 3 years ago, all y'all was going to die. Them siblings from my grandma, them children. But Phyllis was going to be the last one because she causes pain. She gave birth to me. That woman gave birth to me. So if you want to say I might have some women issues, yeah, I probably do. That's some weird ass, hard ass shit to deal with. But guess what? I don't give a fuck. Every time I've needed her, she ain't never been there for me. Ever. Greg's kids, then they goddamn want. I couldn't play sports. I couldn't do shit. My childhood was fucked up, deprived. My happiness was with my grandma and my Aunt Jerry. When I got older and they start realizing I'm outspoken, I'm a problem. But Uncle Hoppy protected me from a whole bunch of harm and hurt. That man did. And I purposely showed my tattoo on that live the other day. That's my marriage anniversary and my goddamn uncle's birthday, 9/16. You know what I'm saying? So I hope y'all get that. Hope y'all understand it. Peace out.